Guess where I am? In Bellingham. Downtown Bellingham to be exact. I don't know how many of you guys have been to downtown Bellingham as opposed to just passing it to go to Bellis Fair. Everything looks really quaint and it looks really old-timey, which I didn't expect. We're going to Rocket Donuts! And it looks so cute, look at it. Look how cute this is. This rocket. Size matters. Out of this world Rocket Donuts. Okay, this is a regular donut. And there's this one. It's our first time here, so I'm super stoked. So is this just a regular glazed donut? Is there any? Okay.
Just giant size.
Do you guys have a special name for it?
It's our monster donut.
Your monster donut? Appropriately named?
Yes.
It's like the Simpsons regular. Fudge brownie.
Do you want to just try it or get a?
Yeah, can I just try it? Thank you. Fudge brownie. Blueberry, sorry, what was the blueberry? And cream. Strawberry rhubarb and vanilla.
I'll have the same that she's having. That sounds amazing.
Getting in front of the astronaut space person. It's actually really heavy. So we got the Rocket Dozen, which is an assortment of their favorite donuts, and that was $12.99. Holy oh my gosh. I feel like Nicolas Cage when he stole the Declaration of Independence. Oh my god. No one's ready. I've never been in Bellingham before, the downtown anyway. And this is pretty amazing. They open at 6:30 in the morning and they close at 8 at night. So if you're ever on the road trip and you want to come and grab donuts really in the morning, or you're coming back from Seattle or whatever to Vancouver, you should check this place out. I haven't even eaten the donuts yet, but you should check this place out. The weight of this Nutella cronut is insane. Like, it's heavy. I just want to show you guys. Yes! Look at. I've never had a cronut before, which is the combination of a croissant and a donut, and this basically was everything that I thought it would be. There was a really nice crunch on the outside, and the inside had a good balance of being cakey and also airy. Everything tastes better with Nutella, so this was definitely a winning combo, but it is a very indulgent snack, obviously. So if you can, try to share with a friend, or in my case with my treasure chest of donuts, try to share with as many people as possible. I asked my friend Dee what she thought of Rocket Donuts in comparison to the very famous Voodoo Donuts she had in Portland, and she said that these were actually better. So if you're a super donut fan, I would definitely recommend you try this place out and see if it's better than other donut shops you've been to. Part 2 of Where the Hell Am I in the US? We are in what's kind of like, you know, the trip you take when you go around Stanley Park? And we're going to go have lunch. We're going to go have lunch at the Oyster Bar, and if you look beyond the trees, the view should be spectacular, but it looks like we're in the middle of nowhere, and you can only park on the side because that's not dangerous. Okay, I see why you're terrified, Dee. Because you just plummet to your death pretty much. So after donuts, the second place on our trip was recommended to us by a friend for either lunch or dinner. Oyster Bar is in Chuckanut Drive, which is fairly close to Bellingham, and we were told you could eat overlooking a gorgeous scenery, so we thought, why not? Thank you for this lovely reminder. Once lunch ends, dinner begins. That's the view. Look at them decorate that butter. There was a bee, so we had to move inside. We ended up ordering an entree and an appetizer along with the oysters. This is Alaskan king crab with fresh basil, tomatoes, and avocado. This tasted so good, I'm thinking of recreating this dish at home because it shouldn't be too hard. I wanted to point out this awesome spiral staircase you have to take to come down. And this is what happens when you go on a road trip on a Wednesday. We also had their seafood bouillabaisse with mussels, clams, scallops, prawns, and fish in a fennel, tomato, and saffron broth. The soup base was the star of the show for me. It was so rich, I ended up asking for more bread to soak it up. And I'm sure I don't need to talk about how good the seafood was. You can just look at the size of them. Next up, we heard of a berry farm that serves up delicious pies along with a hedge maze near exit 230. Other than pies, there was also a whole bunch of other things such as fresh berries, cooking spices, wooden toys, and just general nifty things that if you're a collector of unique objects would be right up your alley. This is $5 for the small one, and then it was like 15 or 17 for the large. And this is a bumbleberry pie, which is blackberry, blueberry, and boysenberry. Bumbleberry. There's also a hedge maze you can go to, but it's kind of not the best weather for that right now. And it's $5 per person. And right next to the maze is a rope maze. If you've ever wondered, when you pass exit 224 on the highway and you see this big ass cider place and you're wondering what it is, I finally destroying my curiosity by coming here. Apparently it's an unattended cider store, so there should be no one inside and we should be able to just grab cider and drop off money. That doesn't sound scary at all. It's not even that expensive though. A gallon's for $6, half gallons for $4. So I guess it used to be by donation, but because people have been abusing it, there's monitoring now. And there's a friendly scarecrow, and there's a cider. And that pretty much is what's in the store here. Oh. My thoughts exactly, stranger. We got half a gallon. D got a full gallon. Donations have been made. Yep. And it sucks. They were little drinks, but I guess they sold out. We go home. We couldn't finish eating everything that we got yesterday, but this is the day after. What remains of the bumbleberry pie. Half of it belongs to D at Gastrofork, and then another quarter of it, my mom made it. So this is what's left, but I just want you guys to see what the inside of it looks like. And a recap, again, it was blueberry, blackberry, boysenberry, and so there's 3 kind of berries mashed in there. And I just left it out over the night, and then I put it in the toaster oven so it would still be a little crunchy. So let's see if it's delicious, if I can get the bite. My mama said it was really sweet, but it's not that sweet. Oh, it's a very interesting mix of flavors. I've never had boysenberry before, but the pie ends up being really tart, or it's either the boysenberry or the blackberry that's adding to that. So it's not a very sweet pie at all. And again, I guess because they're all berries, the taste blends really well. I don't feel like it's an odd pairing or anything like that. It just tastes like a really well-made berry pie. Definitely worth going over there and trying out the hedge maze and then getting a pie and going home with it. Overall, me and Dee were looking for a day trip where we wouldn't be going to the usual stops along the I-5, and we found some interesting gems to check out. The donuts and pie come highly recommended by me, and as for the cider, it tastes more like really fresh apple juice with just a hint of spices. If you love your fresh apple juice, do support them, but fair warning, the sealing on those jugs aren't very tight, so make sure you drink it within the next few days or they will go bad. I hope you check out some of these places yourself. I will be linking each stop I visited in the description box below. As always, I would love it if you subscribed and join me on my next adventure. See you next video!